My career has always just been about disruption.
Music is just about enjoying it.
And Q and Taste, there we go. Sorry about that. stuff I get ready and I always forget something. But thanks to you guys for keeping me on the up and end or whatever you want to say. Yeah. So what I was saying was so Polar Radiance. I know this is not a usual Tuesday night. I was busy last night, so I couldn't really do anything. So I decided to shift it up till this morning, but I've not numbered it because I know a few of you who usually do watch this regularly probably won't be in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some boring grinding for a bit because I know one of the characters is very, very close to being the next level. So when I get that out of the way, and I did say I wanted to get that out of the way, so we're not going to do any of the main quest stuff yet because I don't want to kind of have people come in and go, wait, have I missed something? So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do some other games that I've got on this system. I might bring out Terminal Velocity for a bit because I've got it installed, and the CD drive is now working, so I can get that sorted. Thanks again to Mr. Antaeus for kicking me to make my start screen a bit more kind of dynamic. I need to think about doing that a bit more. I suppose I just usually when I have 5 minutes, I'm not usually doing. I think it's usually only 5 minutes, but I still need to put something on, I suppose. Anyway, so I need to stop rambling and get stuff done. So let's get into a bit of Polar Radiance and let's get some grinding done. I need to get. I think it's the thief that is very close to being leveled up. The other thing I've noticed as well is I don't know if anybody knows, but like I said, I had the lapel mics in for picking up the PC beeper, and I was hoping a restart without the mic inside, connected, would kick Windows into getting it to be picked up, but for some reason, it's slobs that basically has it all greyed out. I'm not sure why. It's not muted. It doesn't have the line through it. The only other thing I can think of is Windows has suddenly decided to stop it from working, and I'm not sure why. Have a quick look. So if I look in the sound in the old school control panel, go to the recording tab. The microphone that's plugged in at the moment says currently unavailable. I'm not sure why. It is default as the it's the default communication device, but it's not the default device, which shouldn't worry OBS.
For the fallen!
Wow. I'll give a moment for Fractal Mind Mike's people to come in. Blue. Right, give me a sec. Here we go, there's Blue. Not very good. Yeah, apologies for the Blue. It's very light, but it's I don't know whether I can actually increase the light on that game. Sort of. So hello everybody from Fractal Mind Mike's stream. I hope you enjoyed this. I think you were playing Zelly because I had you on one screen. Whilst sometimes I do this thing where I have like more than one people on my, because I've got 3 monitors and I'll have 2 people sometimes if I can't decide who I'm watching. So I think was it Zellius or something? It looked like some sort of side-scrolling Zelda looking kind of, well, Link looking kind of sprite. I think you were playing that. So thank you again for the raid there, Fractal Mind Mike. Let me just give you a shout out, even though most of your followers already know that you're who you are. Oh, for crying out loud. Hang on. Back in a minute. I've got a door. Really sorry about that. That was the postman at the most inopportune moment, just as I kind of shouted out "Fact on mine, Mike." Uh, did the shout out work? Oh, it didn't because I didn't press enter. Never mind. There we go.
You help pay my salary? I have a full-time job. This is not my full-time job. But thank you. Thank you for the support. That's hilarious. Oh man. I like you. That's very funny. I wish that was the way it worked, Richie. I wish that was the way it worked. That would be fantastic. Oh man, could you imagine? Oh, it'd be so good. Anyway.
No problem for the shout out there. So that was Future Wars, was it? Future Wars. Do I remember what that was? Give me a sec. And I do apologise for not catching up with chat. Just give me a moment. Oh, the one where you start off as a window cleaner. I need to play that at some point. Right, let me just go up and find out who's done all the followings. So thank you to Comedy Rare and Patrick Crusader for the follow. Let's see if I've missed anything in chat. Yes, read in half. You listen up. Here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world, and all day and all night and every. Oh God, it's blue babadi babada. Yeah, I know that song. Yeah, I remember because there's an Amiga version, so I need to have a look at that at some point. Speaking of which, on Mondays I do Amiga Mondays. I did one yesterday, even though it was Tuesday, but Christmas has caused a bit of a kind of kerfuffle in the schedule. Yesterday I was doing DOS games that also appeared on the Amiga, so I looked at things like Batman the movie and what else did I look at? Gauntlet 2, and most of them were beeper games actually, as in PC beepers, so you won't be able to hear anything. Same with this. I mean, I've got a lapel mic for picking up the let's see here, the beeper stuff, but for some reason Windows and or Slobs decided to grey out that microphone, and just before I started I decided to unplug it and then reboot the machine to see whether it'll kick out the reset everything back again, and it hasn't done, which is really annoying. So I need to go find out why that's an issue, because when I plugged this in originally when I bought it, it picked it up perfectly fine, and I'm assuming Windows has done something, or maybe I've done something that's caused it to not pick up properly. Although I was on a stream yesterday and someone called Imicat suggested a condenser mic. I might have to look into that and see whether I can get something like that instead. I don't know. Generally, when I do streams, I try and be try and go for real hardware if I've got it. If not, I then default to this little device here called the Mister, which is a really nice FPGA device, and it generates practically most things at the moment. But I say most things. There's a Atari Jaguar core in the works, and the PlayStation core is amazing. And there's also a Sega Saturn core in the works, which is looking pretty good, but at the moment I've not heard much updates from that apart from a month or two ago. The machine we're on today is the 486. I will give you the specs here. There we go, that's the spec for the machine that we're on today. Audio issues at Windows seems to be getting worse in the past year. It's really annoying, and I kind of wanted to stick with 7 because I never had any issues with 7, but I mean, most of the stuff on 10 is okay. The auto update seems to work when I'm asleep and stuff, which is fine, but it's okay, I suppose. It's just a bit annoying on occasion. So Agreed. Audio issues are a real pain. My wife's computer bleeds game audio into a Discord. I can fix it for one session, but after reboot it returns real mess. Yeah, look, I think what Windows really needs to do is have some sort of profile kind of thing, where there's a profile per user. I don't know if Linux does the same thing, but so that when it reboots, it just loads the profile that you've got, so it does its own, and then just like kind of lets you have an override over the top for all the settings. I mean, that would be useful. Then they can kind of update what they need to do, and then you just override whatever. I could wish I could angle more. Gold boxing is my jam. Oh, sorry. I will get to... Oh, right, okay. No problem, DC Bueller. I will stop rambling and get onto some gold box stuff in a minute. So yeah, this is my setup for 3.1. I've got some classic games like Castle of Winds and Castle of Winds 2. That's just been installed recently. But in order for me to play that, because this screen is actually... I'll show you how big this screen is. Where is it? Is it main? Windows setup. So you can see it's an S3 at 1024 by 768, 256 colours. So I'm going to have to push that down to a lower resolution to play this, because otherwise it's going to look like this in the corner of the screen. Got Wheel of Fortune, that was good for a few sessions. Sim 8086 is basically a it shows you how to do assembler in so it's like a tutorial. So you've got AX, BX, CX. You can load values in here and flip them around, and I'll have to do a stream on that at some point because it's got all my old uni work on it. Thank you for the follow there, Cromslow. Sorry to read and run, but I need to get some sleep. Enjoy DOSember. Thank you very much for the raid there, Fractal Mind Mike. Right, so what else have I got on here? I've got like kind of ball and TASM, so that's the ball and assembler stuff. So at some point I want to be doing that. And then I've got other games you can see here. Microsoft Publisher 2 I don't actually use. I just installed that for nostalgic purposes because we used to use that years ago. Anyway, I'm rambling. I need to get off. Right, let's get on to... Do you ever play Dark Sun? I've actually got it on here. I played a little bit of it. I can show you whether... Because I know... Oh, what's the streamer's name? Begins with an H. He was playing it the other day. Give me a moment. Let me see. Thank you for the follow there, Steve Tech Gaming. Where did I put it? Hang on. Let me just do DIR stroke P stroke W stroke. Is it NO? No, is it ON? There we go. So basically, ON allows me to redo these in alphabetical order so I can actually read what it says. So I've got some more gold box games. So DKK is one. What was it? It was Shattered Lands, wasn't it? Dark Sun. So is it under D? Yeah, there we go. D for Dark Sun. Let's see how well this works. I think the sound should be fine. It's D Sun. I do actually want to see whether this will do the whole running around really fast, because this is, as you already know, a 486 machine, so it'll be interesting to see whether it will because I'm not sure what is it Hellas Valentine did it on. I'm just going to flick through this. Whilst that's loading up, give me a moment. So that guy dies, if I remember rightly. The walking seems to be okay. Yeah, the walking just seems to be fine on this. But I don't know if I've got this in slow mode or not. Yeah, this looks okay. Alright, let's see what game menu. Except because I didn't want to play all this way all the way through. I'm just going to restart this machine in a minute. I'm on fast mode. So this is running at full for its DX2. We usually go on slow mode anyway if I haven't played Polar Radiance. I need to do that because this doesn't save properly. So I wonder whether the other person did it through DOSbox, and maybe that's why it's got speed issues. Right, as I was mentioning before, I've got a few people that is watching my Polar Radiant stream, and I've been playing it since around September, I think. And I don't really want to kind of sort of do the main stuff, so I'm just going to do some grinding today, and then I'm going to do some other games on top of that. So, excuse me if it's a little bit boring, but I did say I was going to get one of the characters up because he was quite close to being leveled. And I try not to do the grinding bit because it can be a bit boring. Usually I take that off stream and then do the main stuff in there. CD pull rate. And I've also got this set on slow-mo as well because it can be too quick on this system. I also need to get the code wheel out. GOG's specific code wheel. And if you've never seen that, I can show you what it is in a moment. When we're up to its documents, isn't it? And there we go. So I need that. So I need the code wheel. No, it's only if you need if you're a commercial product, they make you buy it, but if not, you can just continue and it'll let you go ahead, which is fine. I'm not using this commercially. I don't think I'm using this commercially anyway. So I will show you the code wheel if you've never seen it. Where's my sources? Where's my window capture? And that's what the code wheel looks like. This is from GOG themselves. So I think it's this one, and I think it's this one. It should be, I think this is going to be wrong. Yeah, I thought so. Can never guess what that first one is. So it's this one, and then it's this one, and then it's copper. There we go. So yeah, there's also, people have also recreated the code wheels, so that you can, in operating systems, you can kind of like drag them. Let me see if I can find whether I've saved it. Was it that one? Yeah. So I'm just gonna put this in chat. So the alternative, if you want to go old school, is this particular website. You can actually drag the inner and outer wheels, which is really nice. And I've got all the other different code wheels like Star Control, Rocket Ranger, Curse of the Azure Bond, and stuff like that. So that's good if you wanted to see that. Let's have a look. Load V. Now, when I usually play games like this, like Dungeons and Dragons, I usually bring out my player's handbook because it's great for reading the stuff about what the spells do. I mean, I can do that in the manual, but usually things like Baldur's Gate, they only give you a small amount of detail, and I usually like reading the books for that. So let me just go and get the Adventurer's Journal because I might need it. Right, where was I? I think here. So in the last game, we took on 3 trolls and actually got past them. It took a couple of attempts to do that. Let's see, where are we up to now? So you're going to take a while to level up. I think it was Zillith. Yeah, it was you. Let me have a look at the... So you're a fighter magic user. Level 3 currently. So 4 at 800 for fighter, so you're very close. And then 10,000 for a level 4 magic user. I think you're the only one. The thief needs 20k. The magic user needs 22. A May fighter needs 35. And you are, you're kind of almost there at 18. You need to go up to 27. Right, okay. So basically the only person that I really need to push up is Zillith now. Okay. Thank you for the follow there. Is it Finol Girl? Turn the sound off a minute because you're not going to hear it anyway. Because it's PC speaker. My mic volume is super low. It shouldn't be that low because it's... Oh, hang on a minute. This window's messing around again. Give me a moment. It's fine for Antaeus. Well, if I look at the thing that's bouncing up and down, it isn't quite in yellow, and it should be, because that's what I set it to last time. Almost no sound. Right, hang on a minute. Let me just see if I can push the levels up. Right, that's 93. That's going into the yellow now. And I'm on 2 channels 16-bit. So this should be a lot louder anyway. Oh, sorry, Antaeus. All the joys of audio stuff. So I bring it up one person, the other person just going like that, basically. Oh, God, I hate bloody sound stuff. Right, well, apologies, Antaeus. I'll let you two argue it out. Right. Be good if Twitch had a volume leveler. I think I have some sort of stuff in the audio, but I think it just depends on the other person's setup, and you can't always guarantee that, unfortunately. Yeah, different volumes and stuff, and then you got Windows on top of that fucking around. Right. So I'll save at this point and look at the AC on everybody, including Farrell, the magic user, who's on 1. Tim's the only one, so he's a second fighter, and a gnome. Is he a gnome? I think he is. Dwarf, sorry. Who's on... He's usually the one that gets killed quite quickly as well, which is a bit annoying. But there we go. And camp save B. Let's do some grinding. Okay. Let's stroll in boldly. Because why not? Let's put search on, because it'll take time for us to pick up. Alright, are you going to flee or not? Oh, no, we're going to attack. Fair enough. Right. There have been occasions where we've walked into a room and it's just been a massive kind of army of orcs. I think I've been up against like 30 at one point, just like this big row all the way going back. That was a fun session. If I remember rightly, this slots drop, I think, just swords. And if you're not familiar with this D&D, you can't actually... So these two at the back are usually the range people, as well as the magic user. But if you get a person that's right next to you, you can't actually use the range weapon. You've got to switch to melee, because otherwise it just doesn't work. So, hang on, let me exit out of that. And then let's use my +1 sword. Eight damage, 1 down. 5 damage in. Oh no, I thought that'd be enough. I think it's enough for orcs, but not for hobgoblins. Now, I need to remember to start using magic a bit more. So what we got? We've got magic missile. I think I've forgotten to rest for the other lot. that should be enough to kill you, and it was. Right, you. Let's see what magic you got. Oh, got Stinky Cloud. Stinky Cloud's a really, really good one. So let's see if I can actually use it. I'm gonna be careful because I have accidentally hit one of my own team before. Let's go for this. And that's missed. And don't forget, if you've got enough points, you can redeem Cat Cam, because she is right here on my lap at the moment. Are you grumping, are you? Grumpy? Oh, for fuck's sake. Sturm's down again. Let's see. Done. I don't need to bandage. I wish there were simple ways to upgrade games from this era and give them modern controls. I want to play them all, but they're all slightly too pixelated for me, and the controls are often cumbersome. Some of the larger ones have improvements. This was the first one. It's definitely missing some quality. Is that quality of life updates from the latest ones? Yeah, they are worth it. These games take a bit of time to. Saving up the stream is terminated. I'm gonna have to work out what I'm gonna have to do with that, but I've got an idea. It's fine. What am I gonna attack? So yeah, this took me a while to get into because it's not like usual D&D stuff that I played, like Baldur's Gate. So for example, one of the things you've got to remember is when someone dies, you've got to be careful. Well, when someone gets knocked out, like Sturm is over there, you've got to look at two things. One, what it said, because if it says is knocked down, I think, and is dying, then you've got to bandage. And if you don't bandage, they die. And the problem is, it's taken me ages to get to this point with some of these characters. So I kind of do the same. If one of them dies, I tend to now reload. Well, my original plan was I was going to put a number on, and there was still some numbers on some of the characters as permadeaths, but if I've spent so long with them at this point, I'd rather kind of reload the game, so it makes it a bit easier. But yeah, this took a while to get into, but once I've got into it, it's quite good, and I really enjoy it. The controls are fairly simple because it uses the number pad to move around, and then you've just got menus, so you can see where it says M, V, A, and that just it gives you an indication of what to click. But I think I've got a bit more help because I've got a player's handbook, so I can read through some of the spells. Although this is first edition, I've got second edition, there are some differences. So, for example, thieves in this game can only go up to leather, but in second edition they can go up to studded leather. But I think both them and magic users can use enchanted stuff. Specifically braces, like 2 of them have got, and it's working out pretty fine for them, so but it's worth having a go and seeing what you think. But I suppose if you don't like the fact it's pixelated, and it's probably going to be a bit different. Right, I can't believe I missed the 2, because usually Stinking Cloud gives you a big area. Unless I'm supposed to hit one and then it creates it round. But I didn't want to hit one of my players, that was the issue. I cast that. I do appreciate the mod checks these games do. So you don't have to necessarily fight. Yeah, I have had a couple of occasions whereby even before the fight started, that that's more likely they'll flee, or usually when you're kind of increasing levels, I've seen the enemies kind of wanting to flee more regularly than when if you were at first level. Let's switch back to range because there's nobody next to me. And then you get another shot. You surrendered. Right, that's done. What we got? So I think we've got money. And then the items are long swords, which are only about 8 gold pieces. Is it worth picking up and selling? I suppose I think I'll just take them. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go rest somewhere. Take up the search so it's easier for me to get back. And in this game it's much better to kind of rest. Because the idea is you start in Flan, like a big area, and there's only one civilized bit of the area where you get all the shops, and then you move. If you start going into the slums, that's where you get all the monsters, and there's only one area where it's random all the time, and that's the area that I'm in currently. So in this game it kind of makes sense to rest because there's no time limit really for this. Hello. Hello. Hello, you. Yo. Tell you what. I'll give you a bit of cat cam because it's Christmas. Give you. A minute, just give it a sec whilst I recall where everything is. Thanks for playing one of my all-time faves. I've played these games once every year or so. Just to, no, it's going to probably take me a year to finish this. So probably one of the kind of. I was impressed of how there she is. There's my cat. I was impressed of how big this seems to be because people talk about going into the wilderness, and I wonder how big the wilderness is on top of this. So yeah, this is one of the redeems. I basically go find where one of my cats is. It's usually Pixel here. That she's usually hanging around. And I've also got, let's have a look, what have I got on mine? So we've got Pixel here, we've got Newt that doesn't turn up, and Henry I don't have yet. He's over there at the moment. You know how cats kind of decide that they're going to stay in one place and then they move somewhere else for a while. Well, he's decided that over there is his new place is going to be. Sometimes he's up there, but at the moment it's got my tape player for the Spectrum and the arcade joystick usually lives up there. Sounds quite cat-like. Yeah, got 3 of them. So the second one, New Cat, you don't usually see. She does pop up from time to time, but not massively. The most of one is Pixel Cat, and now Henry seems to be around here. But it depends how long he's going to stay. So, I mean, as in, in his rotation, as it were. But again, thank you very much for the bits there, DC Bueller. Right, 15. Okay, I need to push a bit more. I think I'm on 17. There we go. Heart's healed. Oh, before I forget, because I keep forgetting this every time. Right, memorize. Core cannot, obviously. So you got one spell. Oh, you got a 3rd level. When did you get 3rd level? I must have forgotten that you got 3rd level. Okay. Right. Okay. So you got one more. I'm going to do bless, I think. Memorize that spell. Zilith, memorize. I think you're going to have sleep for one. Magic missile. Oh, there's no point in you having magic missile because you've got a. But then again, you can get a higher hit, so I'll go for magic missile. So sleep's a good one for getting rid of a lot of enemies. Barrel, you could memorize. 2 magic missiles, 1 sleep, and 1 stinking cloud. And then you can rest. It's when the cat leaves, the camera becomes crotch. No, I'll turn it off, or basically move the camera to where she is. At the moment, she's just being, like, wanting fuss. Being a usual rubbish cat, ain't you? Yo, what's your... Oh, right. You're moving, are you? You're going over there. There we go. Thanks for the follow there, York Morgan. Yeah, it's just because it's on a slope bit, so it's kind of like dragging down, but I've fixed it now, so we follow for Kitty. Right. Group of hobgoblins again. Are they going to stay or are they going to go? Nope, they're coming. Right, hopefully I might be able to use the stinking cloud a bit better, depending on how quickly I can get a chance with, excuse me, Farrell the magic user. And the good thing about a lot of them like this is if some of them don't move, it means that they're all going to kind of stay in that formation. But what the computer generally tends to try and do is it'll try and flank and go all the way around. So you've seen that one just move and it's kind of gone this way and realised there's a wall there. It's because it's kind of it's trying to flank all the way around. That's one down. Right, Farrell, let's see. Stinking Cloud, let's see how well you do it. Let's target this lot. There we go. Starts to cough. So that should keep him there for a while. In fact, I might be able to take them out with the... Oh, I was going to say with the archer, but the... Damn it. Fine. So you need to change weapon. And you, let's see how well a dart goes. Is it gonna just... Yep, one crawl blow, complete gone. Well, that might be the case. Well, I was hoping that might be the case, sorry. So the other hobgoblins won't actually go into the cloud because it acts like a barrier as well. And whoever suggested Sturm having a halberd was a very good suggestion. Because when he does attack for quite a lot of hit points. But then again, he is a strong character anyway. Well, the other interesting thing about this game is when I get goblins, the fighters who are higher level, they'll have more attacks per round because of the shorter size of goblins. So it means that if they're going to throw 30 at you, you can just kind of go in the middle and just try and attack all the way around. And that's really good. It just doesn't really work on average sized as far as I'm aware. And again, apologies for no sound. But that's PC speaker and I need to get that sorted. Sturm goes down again. So I think goes down means that I don't have to bandage him. I will double check. If I press done, yeah, there's no B for bandage there. So I can just go back and attack. You can throw a dart. Get rid of another one. Hobgoblin surrenders. You can throw another dart and get rid of... Oh, hang on. Not with that weapon. Oh. Pressed N by accident. Those hobgoblins gone. Hello there, Artyom. I was watching a YouTube video the other day. I didn't realise that some sound card was PC speaker header. I'll have to check whether mine does. That'd be interesting. It means I'll have to make up another might have to make up another header thing. Because this machine has a specific header for, because it's an old machine, it's got like a big block where everything was on for the front side bus. Not front side bus, front side panel. You know, the bit with the... I think it's FSB, front side panel, I can't remember. Either way, your front panel. And I had to kind of, I got the, with the checkmate case, you've got individual bits. But with modern speaker headers, they basically got like a block of floor, but just had a drink, a block of floor. A block of four, but the wires are kind of on the end bits. So what I had to do was clipping them off, re-strip out the wire, and use individual ones. And they come with these really small, very tiny kind of metal bits first. So you have to use a crimper to crimp it on the wire, and then you put the plastic on afterwards. So I had to redo that for this. Which is great because that means I've got a PC speaker now. But I might have to do it again. I'll have to find out where I did have a little pack of about 5 different speaker things and have gone. So I need to figure out where that is. For an I/O, yeah, that's right. So that's some of the fixes I had to do with this board, including finding the correct memory. That included buying parity memory, which is not very common. You can get them from Germany, but unlike on non-parity stuff, I think I've got that the right way around. You can, yeah. So I think non-parity was more common for old memory for 486s, but parity wasn't as common. The prices aren't bad though. I think it was about 20 quid for the stuff I needed, and I've only got the 16 to put in this to push to full 64. Ooh, lots of long swords. You're overloaded. You should be a bit fine for more. Yeah. Let me just check Feral. No, not Feral. It was. Right, okay, so we can level you up now. So another thing about this game is in order to level, you need to go back to the training place and they charge you 1,000 gold pieces just to level up, which is a bit annoying. Because I'm used to kind of like, you can level up and that's it, you just level up, not having to pay for it, which means you kind of got to grind a lot. I need to encamp and rest first. Go to 16 hours. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to rest here. I did say I was just going to grind for this because I didn't want my usual regulars to miss anything here. I'm going to sell all the stuff off, rest up. Go and get Zillith leveled up. And then I'm going to go and play something else for a bit. Trying to think what I'm going to play. Oops, I've gone too far. And the reason why I can do this on the overhead map is I've done this route so many times now. Bash through here. Right, so I think I'm gonna let me just check what money everybody's got. 314. Let me just check. I've basically made a coin calculator for AD&D because it's not quite the same as second edition apparently. So I've got 31 platinum, 14 gold, 3 electrum, and 371 silver. That only gives me 189 in gold. Sure, I need about 1,000. Alright, so if I add on 61 there. Oops. Forgot to put equals. That gives me 494. Plus 88 from him. That's 502. Equals plus 16. That's 592. Should have enough. $32 from you. 14 from you. 3 from you. Equals 3 plus 3. That gives me 768 in total. It's another 371. So I should have enough for at least another level. You got a bit more. 32. That, yeah, so gold plus 140. Oh, more than enough. Right, okay. Right. We got to level up the thief. I don't want a duel, and I don't want a partner. Fighters, there's the rogues. Yes, want to train. And now there's the fun bit where I have to give all the money to Brian. So if I give... So trade... Oh, wait a minute. There's going to be... hang on a minute. I'm going to have to get rid of all the swords because otherwise everybody's going to get encumbered. Alright, give me a moment. Yep. So selling everything. Inventory. 7 gold pieces. So the max I can get out of this is 8. It should be right, I think. 7. There. You'll also notice I've got a pearl necklace. That's because in this game there is no bank, so there is a jeweler, and you can basically give your money to the jeweler to get the equivalent cost in money, because otherwise you end up having been overcumbered and you can't move much. But the only problem with that is you don't get the same amount back. So if you spend £100 on a jewel necklace, you only get 50 back, which is just like... But there's enough grinding to do in this game, so I'm not too bothered about that. It is a bit frustrating, but... Pearl necklace. Right, okay. That's Zilla. Somebody else had some. I think Brian did. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So I need to pool and share so everybody gets a certain amount of money. Go back this way, but this time I'm going to remember to take the side door to get straight into the thieves section. There we go. Train on your thieves. Yes. Right. Let's have a quick look at Brian's funds now. Double check. Uh, 41, 57, 2 electrum, 309 silver, 90 copper. Gives me 287. Right. Let's see. Okay, view. Trade. Brian. 41. 57. 2. 309. 90. Trade with Brian. 41. 57. 2. 307. 90. Okay. Let's see how much he's got now. So that's 1, 2, 3 on platinum, 171 on gold, 6 on electrum, 927 on silver, and 270. So it's given me 836. So if I get another set, so gold moon, I think you can trade 42. And he's already overloaded. This is great. Right, I think if I remember right, I could go 10 at a time. No? Why is Brian overloaded? I'm going to trade this barrel. See if I can... The fun part of this, they're all managing all the money. Trade with Brian. Kong 42. Overloaded. 10. Overloaded. 5. Overloaded. What else have you got to drop? Alright, so you're going to have to trade that. Barrel. Have to trade your long sword with barrel. Hopefully, we can give you some more money. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. Cool. 57. 2. 309. Overloaded. 100. 100. 100. 9. Oops. 90. Right, let's see. If I've got enough for advancement. So 165 platinum, 228 of gold, 8 electrum, 1, 2, 3, 6 of silver, and we're already in the good. Yes, we've got 1,120. And now we can train the character. Not enough experience. Wrong person. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Hang on a minute. Wrong door. Which means I got to move it all to the list now. Jesus. Right, okay. Got Basilith. Okay. Ryan. Move all your gold over to Zilith. Oh, she's going to get encumbered already. Alright, let's have a look. Trade. Zilith. 165. 228. 1, 2, 3, 6. Overloaded. I have to do this at 100 at a time. Right, hopefully. Train. There we go, level 4. Yes. Brilliant. So we can save that game and then we can save it to B. Exit to DOS. Right, so that's that done now. Okay, apologies for that. Let's do something a bit more fun. Okay, so what have I got on this machine that I haven't played or people want me to play? I've got Catacomb. I don't know if anybody's seen that yet. That's always good for a few moments. That's the 2D version. I have Megazooks. Played that already. I've already got Skyroads. I've got Skyroads Xmas edition, which I played on New Year's Eve, was it? Or was it the final Friday? The Friday before Christmas. So I did that then. I've got Rise of the Triad, I've got Jill in the Jungle. I got Wolf 3D, I've got Wheel of Fortune. Conan doesn't work. Full version of the demo. The dev released a full version of 3 a while back. which you talk about Skyroads. I'm assuming it's a full version. I'll have a look. I think it's Sky Xmas. Double check. There we go. I'm assuming that's the full version. I can start off with this if you want. So I've only managed to get to road 2 and I tried this one, and this one and just gave up after that. We prefer the standard one. Right, what I'll do is, in that case, I will have a look. You said it was free a while back. Let me just make it in the notes. Put it in the notes and I can pick it up for next time. So then I've got both versions. Sorry, give me a moment. Sky Road Standard Edition. Let me see if I can pick it up. Hang on a minute. Oh. Sorry. 580k full. I should be able to get that on. Let me just make a floppy disk for it. Because when I transfer small stuff like this, I've got something called WinImage. It allows me to use a disk drive, and I've already got the GoTech on here, so I can kind of put this size images on here. I think I've got, go back into Windows, I should still have WinZip. So that's a zip file. Save that as out into downloads as an IMA at Skyroads. All. Okay. Let's get the no, I'm usually okay with URLs because at the moment nobody's taking the piss with them, so if it gets to that point then I might have to kind of, at the moment, touch wood, people are fine with it. Oops, I want to copy. There we go. Paste that here. Right. Right. Where's the folder gone? So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I've basically put the USB disk back into the GoTech. Just trying to find... I call it Skyroad, so it should be alphabetical. It's not there. Oh, it's the disk itself, isn't it? Not a folder. Skyroad's fault. There we go. Okay. Let's go old school here. I'm not very good at DOS commands, so that's why I choose to use Windows to move stuff around. There was one occasion the other day where I did use Xcopy, and I was using Interserver, I think it is on Interlink. So if you get a serial cable and go from one machine to the other, and have one as the server and the other one as the client, it quite happily maps the drives for you from one computer to the other, and it's great to see on DOS version them copying over, so I can kind of go I don't know, oh, there's another raid past the plunger. So you can get you can basically tell this machine to look at the hard drive on this machine, for example, and basically Xcopy from this machine to this machine through serial cable, which is fantastic, and it's great to see on something as old as a DOS machine. Hello there, past the plunger. Just give me a sec whilst everybody kind of... Right, thank you for the follow, Shadow Clone Chris and Julio Games and the Scott Screen. Let me just shout out past the plunger. What was that? That was a bit of a short clip. I think I already said... yeah, I'll just say it again. Thanks for the follow again, the Scots Queen. You don't want the Julio following. What was that clip? I was just an in-joke. Okay, fair enough. Right, so for those of you who don't know, down here is usually a redeem for a cat cam, but I've decided to just let it go for today. So there's my usual cat Pixel who sleeps around this kind of area. And there's another cat over there, but he's decided that that section is his area, with cats doing something called cat chess. Right, let me just go old school on this. Where's my temp folder? Right, what have I got in here? Oh, this was the mod player I installed. So I think I can remove this. So I think the mod player is already in. Delete this. Skyroad is have you heard of Ball Blades? The one where kind of there's a kind of road that keeps going across, and you kind of got to bounce around and not go into the holes. It's like that, but with the ship instead. I will put it back on in a minute because Antaeus asked me to get the full version, so I'm just sorting that out now, and we can get that on. I just need to unzip it old school style, without DOS. You'd have to excuse me if I trip up on my words. I do that occasionally, but that's because I've been talking too much. I need to wipe my palate. Hello there, Taraloo. No problem there, Pastor Plunger. Right, so we've got Sky Roads on. And I can use WinZip now to open the archive. And there you go, old school WinZip. So I need to extract this somewhere. I think. How big is my C drive at the moment? Because I might put it in the same place as the other one. 151 meg for it, that should be fine. So if I do create directory, Sky Road, and then go back to up here, click D. That's temp. Oh, no, I'm being an idiot. There we go. So extract to C. You should get a Win image, 1.3.1 image up and running my style just running the roof right now. Well, I know this is DOSember, but I tell you what, I will, just for extra nostalgic points, because we will go on to Sky Roads in a minute. I'm going to start running this for a second. So if any of you have never seen this, it's the first roguelike I ever played. Castle of Winds. It was also the first shareware game we actually bought. And just get rid of that on the right hand side. Hang on. Close. Start a new game. I'm only going to spend a little time with this. So we'll do difficult. I've already done experts only. And then I think that's it. Because usually you have available there and you can sort it out here. For some reason it's not done that. That's fine. One thing I do recommend in this game, you start off with Magic Arrow, because otherwise it's going to get very, very hard to play this game. Your Win 3.1 is a DOS program. Oh, fine, okay. I think I asked you this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Well, I'm only going to do it for just this little bit. I think we need to kind of sort out a Windows 3.1 or 95 kind of month. That'd be good. I know you might kind of gloss over it, but I think it would be good for something like that so we can play some of the old stuff. I'm about to get Exo Win 3.1 with all the libraries for stuff like this. That would be... Winduary. Oh, that could be good. Yeah. Give our team Havoc an opportunity to kind of get a reason to kind of get a Windows old school machine up. Right. So some of these are so you got the shrine here, Temple of Odin. That's it. That's where you get rid of all the curses, withdraw strength and stuff like that. If I right click, it tells me what the sign says, what the buildings are. So I've got Sage. Sage identifies everything. That's until you get the identify spell. You get junk store for anything like cursed items, broken items. They all go in there. They're about the same price. Blacksmith is where you get your weapons and armor from. And general store is everything else. But when you go to the next area, then they kind of split it all up until you get like 2 or 3 different kinds of armor places, and you get kind of more different general stores, like specific ones for potions and specific ones for chests and and backpacks. And then you can right click and see how much they're asking prices. You don't have usually a great amount, so I'm going to stick with the normal dagger. I'm going to grab some gauntlets. I'm going to say again, I'm going to grab some gauntlets. Oh, I've got to buy it first, that's why. And then I'm going to do leather helmets. I don't have much. Put them. Oh, there's a braces, you idiot. And the helmet goes there. And then across here, I'll get a 3-slot belt. I can put that there. I think you can just move them straight along. I've just messed up. And well, I've got a small pack, so that's starting point. And you can move these around with the arrow keys, or you can drag this around with the mouse. You can also use, or you could use the number lock. You can use the number keys. And the good thing about the number keys is you can do diagonal straight away. So I can kind of hold it down, go up here. Got to go up here for the story. I'm not going to go into the story massively. If you want to do a stream, I can do. I've actually done a Let's Play on the YouTube channel above. I've not done a second part yet, so I'll have to do that on YouTube. This was called, yeah. So let me just update the title so everybody knows what I'm playing. I believe it's freeware now. There we go. Updated. And it's not MS-DOS. You can play this on Windows, up to Windows 98, I think. I think after that you might struggle. Because this is 16-bit based. There we go. So the first level here will always be the same, and after that it randomizes. And this is where the kobold is. And you usually would have thought that with a dagger you could kill it, but he will kill you if you don't do the magic missile spell. That's what I found anyway. You can use keyboard shortcuts, so I can either click get here or I can click G on my keyboard and it gets the item for me. So it's got some nice shortcuts there. Oops. There's a rat. And you can see hit points is 11 and I've just hit it and it's just kind of bit me twice and now I'm 5, which is why I really need to do this instead. Otherwise I would have died from that. So I can click rest. And that only rests, does the hit points, does not do mana as well. In fact, I need to sleep actually. So if I go sleep until mana is restored, and then I can move on. I think there's another kobold here. Nope, it's just a goblin, I think. And if I can get to another monster soon, I can show you status updates when you do a right click on monsters, so you can see how badly damaged they are. Where am I up to? I actually do a win 9 next month in August on my channel for the past 3 years, but never invited anyone like I do for DOSember. To be fair though, I would be perfectly happy to participate if someone else wanted to spearhead an early Windows month-long event. This was called Castle Winds. Yep, it's there. Oh ho ho, here's an idea. How about a Windows 2.1 event for March? March 1st, 3.1. Oh, I see. 3.1 through March 11th. 3.11. Ooh, so that's like a week. Well, just over a week. Only works using US dates. Well, I don't know. Are you US or are you Canadian? I'm not sure which. Sorry, I get confused between the accents sometimes. So apologies if I offend her. But actually, does Canada use US date system? You're in US. Okay, fair enough. So it kind of works on your end there, because if you started it and it's on US dates, then... But it sounds pretty good. Right, let's find another monster. Monsters usually start off fairly simple. So we've got here a large snake, but again I need to go back to using the magic missile, because it does a lot of damage. So you can see now, injured large snake. And then hit him again, and he's dead. But it goes through scratched or barely scratched, light, is it light injuries or something? Injured, critically injured, and obviously you don't see dead. You got this here, which is a trap. So we disarm it with this button here, and it immediately goes to the trap that you're that's next to you. So you can just click. And if it doesn't disarm straight away, you just go back and just keep clicking, and eventually it'll go. Or unless you set off the trap yourself. Some rooms like this, so the light colour rooms are kind of, will show you everything because it's more of a light room. And there are some rooms that are dark and you've got to kind of feel your way around them. So I've got a ripped cloak and a scroll. Since I don't know what a scroll is, I won't know what it is typically, so it won't tell me what it is. So I'll just say a scroll or a potion, but until you get it identified, it'll just stay as is. That's another light room. That's a kobold, and I'm not doing well, so I need to let's sleep. In the earlier dungeons, sleeping is generally okay, but once you go down, you'll find that you'll get interrupted more and more. So that was 2 traps. That was a arrow trap and a teleport trap. You've also come across trapdoors, and they can drop you 1 or 2 levels down. So be careful of that. I can't remember if it's in a shareware version. I think it is. Oops. So I can press D to disarm. Let's keep doing that. I'm not next to that trap, it didn't pick it up. There we go, that's done. Oops. That's a snake and another trap. Dead. Need to rest again. There's a goblin fighter. So critically injured there. Can I still attack him normally? Yep, luckily. Get that, get that. There's another trap. And now I'm on level 2. So at this point, pick anything is what I would argue. But I definitely would recommend going for Magic Missile as your first one, because otherwise it's going to get very hard. Phase door is useful for certain monsters if they're at you. The problem is phase door is like teleport, but it's a shorter distance. Heal minor wounds is a good one. And there's a medium pack. More, okay. Oh dear. I need to heal myself. Get that. Get that. At the early levels as well, you'll have to remember to come all the way out of where the dungeon is to go to the town. But at some point you will either find the spell book or level up enough to get something called Rune of Return. And that's really useful for coming out and back in again. So I could do Rune of Return here, and it'll put me outside. So you know where the cave was when we came up. It'll put you outside around there, and then you can go into the town. And then when you do the Rune of Return in the town, it'll put you back, I think, at the lowest level you were at in the dungeon. And I think that includes, if you've gone down a trap for 2 levels, it'll put you on that same level there, because it knows that that's the last level you were on. You can do Rune of Return from the temple, I think that you might have noticed at that point, but it does cost a bit. But the thing is, with this game, there's a lot of monsters to go through, and quite a lot of the monsters seem to come from D&D anyway. There you go, dead. Killed by a walking corpse. But if you have a save game, you can just go back in, and so make sure you save it regularly. But this is a really, really good dungeon crawler, and I do recommend it if you can find it. I do believe it is freeware. Let me see if I can find it. See with the... There we go. That's where you can find that. I believe that's the official site. Yeah, even under Wikipedia, this goes into freeware games. I'll put the Wikipedia link here so you can have a read of it. There we go. Right. So, that was a quick game of Castle of Winds, so I've put links in the chat so you can have a go nosy and pick it up. Let's have a look to see if Sky Road is on my system. It should be. I think you should just pick up. There we go. It's the standard version of Sky Roads. Oh, that reminds me. I am also doing a did I put, sorry, I'm just, I know I've still got the blue thing on here. I need to remember how to put a channel point to reset it. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Let me just add a new custom wall quickly. So what did I put? I'll just do that for 1. Okay, so I've added in another very cheap reward redeem. So if you're sick of the blue, you can reset the lights here. Right, what was I going to say? Oh yes, I'm doing a giveaway. I forgot I still have that giveaway on. So I'm giving away, where is my giveaways? Let's see. Yeah, this giveaway's been going on for a bit. I've only got 1 entry in so far, but the giveaway is for System Shock 2, which I'm currently playing on the YouTube channel link above. Currently I'm on the Rickenbacker. It's taken me quite a while to get to it because, you know, kind of switching my time between Twitch and YouTube's kind of been a bit neglected a little bit, but I'm getting back to it. So if you do want to put in for the giveaway, go ahead and you just need to type in #win for the chance for the GOG key for System Shock 2. There we go. Right. That's going to go on now until it gets drawn. I think my last session is Friday. So yeah, I'll get drawn Friday regardless. Thank you for the follow there, John G WWFC. Right, Sky Roads. Not played this. Aha. Let me know if this is too loud. Looks okay. This is a lot easier than the Christmas version. Because by the Road 2 is next to impossible. Ooh. You completed this once back in the day, not sure if I could do it again. Yeah, the Christmas one was just brutal. Music's good though. Yeah. Just trying to avoid the red thing there. Right inside, I need to remember. There we go. Oh, okay, I need to keep away from the red. I think that was a jump too early. Oh! Should have gone under. I'm just, when you're so used to jumping and then you think, oh, I'll just jump it, and then you realise that's a bad idea. There we go. failed so many times and terrible at platformers. Used to play this. I will like I don't know if you can well because it's I think DOS will be alright for this DOSbox. I'm not sure how well it goes because I know some DOS games have speed issues sometimes. Ooh. Whipping through these. Oh no! Fuck. Works on DOSbox, cool. Because I've heard that Fractal Mind Mike did Tech War stream. Problem with Tech War apparently was it was very the speed was iffy apparently. Yeah, but I am running this on the CPU is on slow mode, so it's acting more like a 386 than a 486. I suppose if you wanted to avoid DOSbox and try a different way, there is is it PCEM? And that seems to have a good track record for playability. But I don't know if it's got a or if you can get a BIOS set for the 486 motherboards. I've never seen one. I've only got the one for Pentiums, I think. It's definitely the way for a lot of people, yeah. Because I used to do, when I used to emulate old PC games, I did try using QEMU, which is the... Ooh, hang on. Oh, thank God. I used to use QEMU, which was the virtualization software, and it worked fairly well, but the problem is they didn't like DirectX stuff, so it was a bit iffy. And then when PCM came out, it was fucking fantastic. Yeah, music on this is really good. Very varied for a lot of the roads. We'll be on 2 hours. Right, I'm gonna have to finish up soon. Tell you what, I'll do this road and then I'm gonna call it a stream. I think I'm on road 1 on this. Because I do have things to do today. I've got another family event to go to. No problem there, Artian. Not gone yet, so stick around for a little bit. Oh, so I need to jump on that and then over, I think. I need to teach her how to play this. It's just bouncing and knowing the roads is really what the how to play this really. Ooh, just thank you for the follow there, no regular. Alright, can I? Yes, I can. Red. I keep forgetting the red because sometimes the red, mind you, it's different colour of red, isn't it? You just kind of get confused and you think, oh, I'll just jump here. Show you about it, I'm okay. Keep bouncing too early. There we go. Ah! Fuck. You know that part where you start to lose it? I think I'm at that part now. Hello there, Mr. Tomper. I think maybe I'm too fast for that part. Go halfway. Yeah, definitely lose it now. It's either the... Gotta remember to jump early, you know. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna give myself a few more goes and I'm just gonna give up on this road. Oh, we got it. Oh no, shit, oh! I got it and then I went on the wrong bloody side. Thanks for the follow there. Is it USCR? Oh, you Scrooge. That's it. Right. Come on. can't remember how I managed to get to the so these bits coming up. I can't remember how, but do I have to do it too late or too early? Might have to do it slightly late just to get the height. Oh, we did it. I think I was too slow. That jump that doesn't do anything, and then you kind of... Come on. And it started to speed up as well. I just noticed that. Come on, forward, thank you. But it recharges red booms, green speeds you up. Oh, okay. But I can't go on the other side, that's the issue, because the red would boom. But I was assuming it's a certain red that booms you, because I've been on red before and have not boomed me. Right, last couple of goes and I'm just going to give up, because I've done pretty well actually, much better than the Christmas version, which was okay at first and then just got brutal straight away. I think I think on those ones I'm going to try and go in the middle and here. Bounce this way if I can. Nope. Dark green that slows you down. See, that's the thing. So I've got to remember all these different color combinations. So light green speeds me up, but dark green slows me down. I suppose if you played it a lot, you'll get it. But it's not saying this game's terrible. It's just difficult to remember. Oh, oh, I know it's in the hell. It's just the thing about this game. It's very easy to just pick up and play, and that's a good thing. No. Oh, is not jump. I need to remember that. Alright, let's go. And then I'm going to have to start getting ready for me to go out. Right, that's it. So what road? I just started on that road. Okay, well we can come back to this next time. In fact, I will let you know what I'm going to do. So since I've got the standard sky road, let me just go back to Windows so I can save my screen. Right, okay. Oh, if anybody thinks that's weird, basically on this machine here, because I've got a set of 3 monitors, I've noticed if I leave DOS on this monitor here, it goes like a grey, and I've kind of got to turn it off and turn it back on again. It's kind of weird. I'm wondering whether the refresh rate is so low that it just thinks that something's gone wrong. But that's why I switched this to Windows near the end of the stream to keep the screen going. Right. Okay. Thank you everybody for popping in. It's been a great stream. Just gonna put out the giveaway again if anybody's missed it. So that's the giveaway for System Shock 2 on GOG. And I am playing System Shock 2 on the YouTube channel above. For those of you who've missed the other DOSember streams I've done, it's on my extras channel. Put that in chat. So there's 3 playlists. There's the one for all the streams that I've done. There's one for Tech War only. And there's one for the various ones that I do on a Friday. Just show you the schedule I've got for the rest of this week. So we're on a weird day. Actually, this is the catch-up for yesterday. I need to do another Tech War stream before Saturday. Or I could do it on Saturday, actually. I never think, because there's just that kind of weird thing between Christmas and New Year. I've got to figure out what I'm doing. So I'm going to do Friday. I'm just going to do the usual DOSember fun. So that's just any small games. So I've done things like Heartlight before. I've done Commander Keen. I've done I didn't do Duke Nukem's because everybody else had done it, so I did something else. What else did I do? Let me just pull up my upcoming so that I can refresh what I did. That's on Google Sheets. So I've done Wacky Wheels, I've done Astrofire, I've done Megazooks, I've done Commander Keen, I've done Alley Cat, which is one that Doc CDCS has as a kind of redeem. I've done the Terminator, because I wanted to see what that was like on the 486. That was something that Fractal Mind Mike did earlier on in the DOSember. I've done Catacomb, that's the 2D version. I might do that again on Friday. I've done Aladdin, I've done Wheel of Fortune, I've done Blood Bowl. So week 5, I think I put Jill of the Jungle in and a bit of a space because I wasn't quite sure. So what we can do is we could just do a mix of the stuff I've already done, or maybe do more Sky Roads or stuff like that. So feel free to pop in on the Friday, and I will be starting around UK time. It says 8:30 there, but it's actually 9:30. I need to change that. And then I'm going to try and squeeze another stream in on Saturday in the morning and do the last part of Tech War, which we've almost finished. I think we're on one more mission, and then I think it's the Matrix after that, the little Matrix thing they're going. And then Sunday, I usually do a Let's Play, but Sundays currently was Tech War. I'm actually going to change it a little bit. I'm going to look at the new Atari Jaguar emulator, because that streams really well. And I'm going to go through quite a lot of the library on that on the 1st of January. Probably be a bit hungover as well, but we'll have to see. And then Mega Monday on the 2nd of January, I'm probably going to go back to the usual. First half is CD cover discs from Amiga format, and then I kind of do gaming in the second half. I need to get back into looking at Wasted Dreams because I've been doing that as a long play on the channel, and I've got to another part where it's all maze-like, and I need to remind myself where I'm up to with that. Then January the 3rd, we'll be going back to approval of Radiance on this machine, and it'll be back to going. We won't be grinding. I'll be just going through the standard, the standard areas where I should be going to. then on Friday, which is usually my Retro Asylum Game Club, they do games every month for different game systems. I think they're looking at races on the NES. I'm going to see whether I'm going to do that or not. I'm not sure. If we don't do something like that, I usually go and do something different. So that could be a various thing. And then on Sunday the 8th, I'm going to start a new Let's Play. And that's going to be on the Mister with the PlayStation Core. And we're playing Men in Black, which is from the film. And yeah, that's it for the schedule and the stream. So thanks everybody for popping in. Yeah, I've heard that, Antaeus. I was looking at the Atari Age forums and they were talking about it in there, but I think a lot of them agreed that actually having a decent Atari Jaguar emulator was absolutely fantastic regardless. Oh, sorry, I needed to wet my palate then. Right, so yeah, thank you to the raids, the Whopping raid from Fractal Mind Mike, that was brilliant. And also the Pastor Ponger's raid, when under the massive amount of people. Some people complaining it's closed source. Well, it's let it out. Oh, you mean you can't change the code? You know, at this point, I'm not bothered. It's like, I know people want to kind of go in and tinker, but getting a decent Atari Jaguar emulator for a change, it's, you know, at the moment I just want to kind of play around with the library and you know, I don't know whether the homebrew stuff works on it. I don't know how well it's, I don't know whether it's a basic one or optimized for the games or not. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know where I can get some, because I know a lot of the freeware, a lot of the homebrew games are not freeware, and I think they're, because of the way the system was, because it wasn't a good emulation, and most people had the consoles, they just basically, they don't have usually the ROMs, they just give you the carts, and they're quite expensive. I think they're about 50 quid or something like that. I don't know, there's some more good games in 3. Tempest was good, Alien vs Predator was good, Atari Carts was a fun one. There was that Attack of the Mutant Penguins, but you need to look at the manual for. What else was there? There was another one that I've just had. Oh, the motorbike one. That quick one. I can't remember what that's called. That was a good one. I think it was Super Burnout, actually. Iron Soldier was fun. Because I remember Trista saying that you could just, like, walk into things and blow up, and you can blow up things on that one. That's a fun game. I need to play Brutal Sports Football. Rayman's another supposedly really good one on the platformer's end. So more than 3, Antaeus, more than 3. Right, anyway. I'm rambling now. I need to go and get raiding. Who have we got? What have I done? No, I don't want that. I'll just click something randomly in my stream thing. I don't want. There we go. Right, let me just take off the stream schedule. Let's see who is available for raiding on the DOSember tag. I don't think anybody is at the moment. Oh, somebody is. Someone's playing Hexen. Nemidas Attic, is it? Canadian. Let's have a look.
before I go up there. Let's cruise around to the side.
Right, okay. Got something to raid. Just get this set up now. Copy that. Yeah. Right, again, thanks everybody for popping in. I will be back on, what did I say I would be back on? I think I said Friday, didn't I? Yeah, so I'll be back Friday for, well, I'm going to say second to last stream, because I'm going to try and get streaming on Saturday. I need to finish Tech War. That'll be the last one. Thanks for the follows, thanks for the raids, thanks for the cheers as well from DC Bueller. And until then, I will see you later. Bye.